Glad to have you join us on this week's episode of Art House. I'm Melinda Akinlami. A warm welcome. Let's run through our lineup for today. Home is here, or is it there? That's what artists are asking at the Artipedia Gallery. Then a solo show by an artist who came all the way from Germany to reveal his footprints here. Then artists from the Universal Studios of Art show what makes them tick. But first, let's hear from our wordsmith, who is talking about the importance of family.
Our wordsmith is by Ruby Jones, titled Nwanne la Nwanne. Two peas in a pod, made to be one. If one calls, the other responds. If one falls, the other supports. Two beings beloved, raised as one. They carry each other in care and in love. They treat each other with respect and trust. Nwanne la nwanne yiri otu diefe, kedu nke kama? Meaning, siblings putting on same clothes. Which one is better? Nwanne la nwanne, mgbe ụwa dakwasịrị m, aga m ele gị anya. Meaning, when the world has forsaken me, I will look up to you. Mgbe enyo gbajiri, m ga-ele anya n'ime gị. Meaning, when the mirror is broken, I will look through you.
Giving us a warm welcome to the new year with his mixed media concept there. We appreciate you, Godswill Chima, for that one. Footprints is an exhibition by a German-based artist, Chidi Kubiri, at the Nike Art Gallery in Lagos.
Chidi Kubiri, a Nigerian-German artist based in Pulheim, Germany, is no stranger to exhibiting in his home country, nor its commercial capital, Lagos. He has been here several times to showcase his unique dripping paint on canvas technique, which forms the dots used to create his art.
The title comes from my floor mat. All the works you see here were done on this floor mat. And when you look at this floor mat, you can still see the footprints of all these works, even though most of these works are sold and are hanging in galleries, in museums, private homes, all around the world. But their footprints are still on this mat. And this also brings to my mind how me and you, what footprints are we living now here on this planet? Because one day we are not going to be here where we are now. What footprints are we leaving behind for the next generation? This is a question I want me and you to answer, and I want us to be conscious of. So whatever footprints we leave now, the echo will be there when we are not around. my style is dripping technique. Is for every artist, it's very important for an artist to have his own language, individual style, which is a language in art. So the language I speak in art through my technique is dripping technique.
His works capture the complexity of two different cultures while remaining strong to his local roots, which have been deeply influenced by his studies at the Dusseldorf Art Academy, Germany.
I try to use my technique to send my message across. Like I said, art is very vast, and it is every artist supposed to look for a way to be able to make his message come across. So I do art that draw people together. This is my intention as an artist. I do art that will make people to think about life and reflect about their role of life, and maybe think about their role on this planet and how to make it and how to make our world a better place.
I heard about him a bit before. What I can see here is I'm quite impressed because it's very colorful, very modern. It's quite incredible, in fact. I think it's like a unique style, and he gives like something very original to the gallery today. So I love it.
Although touching with his bass, this artist still shows the beauty of Nigeria's culture revealed in his symbols and themes, from masquerades and traditional customs to the routine aspects of social life.
Art means a lot of things to me. Art is communication. Art is expression. Art is intelligence, talking, the way you talk, the way you crawl, the way you move, the way you walk, the way you say whatever you say. There is nothing that is not art. Art is the world, art is the creation, art is the beginning, art is now, art is the end. So art is vast.
The exhibition here today, it is open another eye for us, how to understand Africa or Nigeria culture through the human beings. So it is really a time for us to come back to understand as a human being what's the really strong connection we're able to build. This is, I think, the message we can see from most of his artwork.
His themes are quite African. His method, it's a synthesis. He has actually put in all the quadrants that he has, to really evolve, and then become an artist who we can say is an outstanding artist from this part of the world. And from his biography, we find out that he has actually shown in several biennials, all over the world, and so coming here to show is a plus to this gallery. Is a plus to Nigeria, and is a plus to the arts community.
His artistic journey is displayed in footprints, which have large-sized painting and installations in his solo exhibition at the Nike Art Gallery in Lagos.
In another part of the commercial capital, we see Home is Here and There, an exhibition by several artists at Artpedia Gallery.
It's a conversation on migration that reveals itself in the images displayed as this group exhibition at Artpedia Gallery in Lagos dissects the idea of home. Is it here, a place one lives, and there, a place where one longs to move to in order to find peace and comfort?
My art evolves with time. So I am one of the people who believes art shouldn't be static. It shouldn't be, I'm painting night scene and it remains night scene. No, I believe I should be able to express everything that is within me. I would like to die empty, pulling out every art that is in me for the world to see. So my work evolves with time. At every point in time, my work is moving. At every point in time, my work is moving. You expect me to do this. Before you know it, I'm doing something else. Before you know it, I'm coming up with an idea. It actually comes out via inspirations that I come across, the environment, my immediate environment, or my ancestral background, everything culminates to what I actually produce as an artist.
This quest that the grass appears greener on the other side finds expression through these paintings and other works of art. But the artists question the reason for the movement in the first place, whether it's within the African continent to Europe or from rural to urban setting.
Most of the work I did, like these small ones, the title is The Neighbor. You know, when you're in your house, you have a special neighbor that can be a foreigner like me, or can be the stubborn one, or a very kind one, or a very noisy one. So when you see, I did a lot of masks, but all of them are representing human beings. I have some words that the title is Friends. You know what friends are to us. Sometimes we don't know where to go, what to do, how to solve some problems. We need friends. So they are like a home for us when we have when we worry. The other was the title is Soulmate. So a woman and a mother find themselves to build a home. So it's 2-3 topics I develop in my works.
The artwork I'm exhibiting here today is from a series called Soul Searcher. And the artworks are specifically concerned about looking for meaning of life. And when you are soul searching, you have to, it's a personal experience, because my meaning may not be your meaning. For instance, the way I handle my challenges is not the way you handle your challenges. So, but at the end of the day, when we get to a point, there are some challenges we'll go through. We have to sit down and ask ourselves, why are we alive? What is the meaning of life? Where are we coming from? Where are we? And where are we going to? So soul searching is a personal experience. And from the series, I took my time to look at different experience from the case of birth, naming. Why do they name people some kind of name? How does this name affect them?
Using their different media, the artists explore not just the reason for migration, but how people make that choice, which eventually becomes home.
The focus of the exhibition is for us as humans, as Africans, as people, to look beyond borders, to look beyond territories, to look beyond the country that we are from, and look within, ourselves as humans first of all, how we relate to one another, the love that binds us, the love, the bond and the value that we share as humans, and not as people from a particular territory.
Based on the fact that I come from 2 different backgrounds, as a Togolese and as a Nigerian, people call Togo women Agoy women and call Togo men Agoy man. You understand? So I titled this piece Agoy woman, to let the whole world know that the disparity, even in the way we dress, our mannerism, how a Togo woman behaves, our style, you understand? Everything is almost alike with that of the Yoruba woman. They take burial very seriously. Togo women could just go to a bar and have a beer. It's a style to them, you understand? Meanwhile, in the West here, Yoruba women would set up a party, and they like partying too much, and it affects both. You understand my background?
East or West, home is the best. Home is where the heart is. A few comforting words people use to validate their choices. These artists want them to always remember that true happiness depends not really on the environment, but on the individual.
We see the legacy of a group of artists revealed at My Dream Gallery, Your Works of Art, plus more, when Art House returns in a moment. So do join us then. Let's hear from our veteran for this week and see the works of art. We'll talk about your expectations for the new year.
Any artist worth his salt must know the foundation of art, which is drawing.
And these are the works of art you sent in this week. Let's begin with Wilson Felix Reflection. Then The Journey is done by Rashid Bello with acrylic on canvas. Then Paul Ogunlesi has this one he calls Legends of Rain and Butterflies. It's done with newsprint and acrylic on canvas. Gama Bugama has this ink on paperwork called There's No Time to Waste in the New Year. Then Dochene Smile is by Abraham Adewale. He's done it with charcoal and acrylic on canvas. Then Black Soul is a Itayo Alegbe's charcoal and acrylic on canvas piece as well. Mega in Sales is done by Deji's Art. It's a poster color on paperwork. Then A Place to Be is an acrylic on canvas work done by Abdulatif Salauddin. Then Previous Malvia is looking back, probably to last year, with this pastel on paper. While this charcoal on paper work by Bello Toby is encouraging everybody to move forward and look ahead. It's called My Perspiration. That concludes the works of art you sent in this week. We appreciate you for sending them in and encourage you to keep them coming in the new year. An art salon on paintings, sculptures and mixed media by artists from the Universal Studios of Art is showcased at the My Dream Gallery in Lagos.
The idea to host an exhibition by members of the Universal Studio of Arts has been in the pipeline for a while now, but it was stalled no thanks to the pandemic. So everyone here is excited that Legacy, which reveals the works done by these artists, has finally been unveiled at the My Dream Gallery.
It's a show that we had planned for some time to put together, but the COVID has really been obstructive. Eventually, we were able to put this together, calling it a salon show that is sales exhibition, and in collaboration with the My Dream Gallery.
Although the studio is open to different artists, both trainees and professionals, there was no segregation in planning for this exhibition. Everyone that made the cut has been properly screened before they were allowed to be part of this event, which is to showcase the best.
This Universal Studios and every member of Universal Studios, professional members, even intern students, trainees, in as much as we are part of the studios. That's the first criterion. Then, of course, a well-juried work. The works must really meet the standard that University has set over the years. And when you look at the work, look through sculptures, paintings, mixed media works, these are high-quality works. I've had the impression of those who have been coming, artists, fellow artists, connoisseurs, collectors, art enthusiasts. Their impression is very high because what University is associated with quality.
The artist's work is an extension of his personality. So that is important to us also, that we mold people who are going to be very laudable and able representatives and ambassadors of the artists, within the industry and outside of it also. So that because each person, wherever you manifest, as an artist, you're going to show the quality of being, whether as an artist or as a social unit. So all those things are things that we focus on within our own system.
The audience give their impression about this collection, but want more attention given to placement and arrangement of the pieces.
The studio prides itself with membership who are there right at the top of the echelon of the art system in Nigeria. So we have top-notch artists, and the works, they speak for themselves. You see various, even running down to our studio, who you say they are the least members of the studio, you see that they've been able to produce a beautiful piece, works that are very inviting and visually appealing as well.
I've moved around. You cannot, from the sculptural pieces, from the paintings, from the mixed media work, you can't dismiss this collection, this exhibition. But I would say, the organizers should watch out. So some of the time that you don't pack too many works too close to each other, so that you give us a sense of space. One can stand back and appreciate, a particular work.
The Universal Studios of Arts, which is located just beside the National Gallery of Art building within the National Theatre in Igomu, Lagos, has been grooming budding creatives for many years now. This has significantly contributed to the development of arts in the country.
There are loads more where that came from, but you have to tune in next time to experience it.
Coming up on the program, enjoy a fiesta of arts and culture as Culturati comes to town again. To another mixture as art and fashion interplay at the Quintessence Gallery in Lagos. Then staying in the commercial city, this artist is showing us masked faces during a lockdown at the Thought Pyramid Art Center. Remember to view, like, and share our program, Art House, by checking out our page on YouTube.
Your Art House experience doesn't have to end when the show is not on television. Interact with us on our various social media platforms. See any edition of Art House on our website or YouTube page. Join our very interactive Facebook page by joining the group on Art House on Channels. We're everywhere.
That's the program today. We appreciate you for being there for us last year and encourage you to up the game this year by viewing, sharing and liking all the episodes of Art House, which you can also find on our YouTube page. I'm Melinda Akinlami. Have a fabulous new year.